Alright.
What up, everybody? It's the Alex Leak and Friends NFL Podcast, back for Week 6, Episode 6. I got the crew back. I got Stoyo in Canada.
What's up?
I got Josh and Niles.
Wah, wah.
And then I got ARod in South Bend, Mishawaka.
It's Mishawaka, Alex,
Yeah, but no one knows Mishawaka. South Bend sounds better.
Why does South Bend sound better?
They at least have Notre Dame. All right, so
It just filled with schools or scooters and DUIs. I'm going across the river here.
all right, so
ARod's in Detroit, Stoyo's in Chicago, and I'm in Green Bay.
all right, that works.
Yeah.
And I'm in Seattle, but I should be in Chicago. All right, Thursday night, Eagles Panthers, 28-23 Eagles. Carson Wentz is looking good. 3 touchdowns, 222 yards. Look, I'm all for legitimate criticism, but when I pulled up the highlights of the game, ESPN summary of what Carolina did, Cam Newton throws 3 interceptions. So I'm thinking that putting the blame on a much-maligned, flashy star quarterback while he led the team in rushing and passing and was under pressure all game. He threw the ball 52 times, ran the ball 11. Their leading rusher besides Cam Newton was James Stewart, 8 rushes for -4 yards. Did you guys watch it? What do you think? Do you think the game's on Cam?
No, I think Philadelphia, man, they played really, really well. I think definitely he had his mistakes and stuff. And 28 for 52 isn't, what he'd like to see. But I really just think Philadelphia put it on him, man. I thought it was a lot closer than what that title would lead to believe.
Yeah, and I think that, look, Cam threw 3 interceptions. One of them, the receiver bobbled it, and it went into Philly's arms. One of them, his offensive lineman was pushed back into him, which hit his arm on the throw. And then that last one, which was big, which I've heard some people criticizing, which, I don't know, that looked like miscommunication. It looked like the receiver didn't go the right way. That pass was obviously way off.
Yeah. But it's always terrible, man. I like how there's errors in baseball. I think they should be something like that with these interceptions. Because sometimes, man, I've seen a couple guys, like some games, just, hit them right in the middle, right in the hands, both hands, like where you should. Guys drop it or it pops up in the air. There should be something. This asterisk, hey, wasn't me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. A lot of blame gets put on these quarterbacks, and it's not always their fault. It's a team game. I feel like the hate for Cam Newton is real, and the team's 4-2. They're not doing too bad. Stoyo, what do you think of this game?
I actually didn't watch a single second of it.
Okay.
I was busy watching the Cubs win.
Nah.
So.
Yeah, I was going back and forth.
Dude, I'm so glad they won that just to get swept and.
Well, if you don't make the playoffs, I don't think you have a say.
ARod,
You're still the defending champs, so I'll take that.
ARod,
I'm with Verlander.
I'll say this.
Verlander on our team, we're partially in the playoffs.
ARod, I'll say this. I've said it before. I'm glad that they play a best of 7 and not a best of 5. All right. So, coming up next, the Falcons. The Falcons were up 17-0 at halftime on the Dolphins, looking like they were gonna run away with it. The final score was 20-17 Miami. Matt Ryan with a late interception. That was tough, but it's not a good sign for Atlanta to be blowing big halftime leads, especially with a trip to Foxborough coming up.
Apparently, you haven't learned anything since last year.
Yeah.
I guess it is hard to close games, but you need to learn.
Yep.
They should take away Matt Ryan's nick. He shouldn't be Matty Ice anymore if he's just blowing games,
How do you blow a lead to the Dolphins like that?
Yeah, That's bad, man. Dude, Atlanta's always cursed, man. They're always the bridesmaid, never the bride. You know?
Yeah.
All of them, the Hawks, the Braves, they're always dancing around it, but they never get in there. I think it's the town's fault.
Let's get into something here for Josh. Vikings defense comes up big in a 23-10 win against the Packers. Bad news is Aaron Rodgers leaves early with a broken collarbone on his throwing shoulder. Out indefinitely, replaced by Brett Hundley. Josh, I know you're watching this game. What'd you think?
What did I think?
What do you think about the future? I mean, can this season be salvaged?
No.
Oh, well, I guess that anything's possible.
Yeah. Are you a believer in Brett Hundley?
No.
Yeah.
At least not yet.
Yeah.
I've only seen him like in the preseason where he was good against the third stringers, and then
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game now.
But
Yeah.
he threw 3 interceptions and had a fumble.
Yeah.
But if like I have to trust Mike McCarthy's judgment though too, because I was against him choosing Rodgers over Favre when Favre wanted to come back, but
Yeah, he seems to know what he's doing. I mean, I'll give Hundley a shot.
he's the quarterbacks.
Yeah. Did you think it was a dirty hit? Did you think Anthony Barr should have pulled up, or did you think it was dirty?
I think no, I don't think it was dirty.
Me neither.
I think he could have chose to not do it, but it's like a rivalry
Yeah.
division game, and if it was the other way around, I would definitely want my team to go for the hit on the quarterback that's out of the pocket.
Exactly. I mean,
Wow, that's refreshing to hear from a Green Bay Packers fan.
what? Here's some.
He's already gone on a violent string at Niles.
Here's some replacement options though. Check this out. Tony Romo could come out of the booth.
Wow.
Brett
Who's a Wisconsin native.
Yeah, Wisconsin native. He might have a little bit left in the tank. Brett Favre.
I was just about to say that.
48-year-old.
48.
Awesome.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Brett wanted to come back, but I don't know if it's the right move.
Oh, I'm sure.
Jordan came back. Why not Favre?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I love that when they asked whoever's coach's name about Kaepernick, are you thinking about Kaepernick?
Yeah.
He looks so dead in the eyes of the sport. He's like, absolutely not.
Well, it's like this. I would say Kaepernick would have a decent shot to go there, but the second that you sue the owners of the NFL, he's done. He's not gonna be in the NFL anymore.
I don't understand why he sued them week 7.
Yeah, he should have waited at least a season.
Yeah, I mean, people are getting hurt left and right.
What do you think, Peyton Manning? What if you could coax Peyton Manning?
They couldn't do that.
Why not?
I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
He's weak.
I think Peyton loves football.
Yeah.
Well, he books up with commercials until next fall.
My favorite option, and I think Josh will like this option too.
Manning over Romo.
What about Michael Vick?
He's not.
Yeah, it might be an upgrade. I think
believe he played last year for the Steelers, didn't he?
Nah, probably 2 seasons ago. Mid last season, I think he officially retired. But he could come back always. But
that would be kind of weird because Michael Vick was on my on Madden 2005 after Brett Favre retired.
Yeah.
I mean, are you a prophet, Josh? He might be. He was right there.
Aaron.
That would be really freaky.
Aaron, we talked about this a little bit last week. Pretty much the only reason the Lions could pull out the NFC North, well, it happened. So do you think? No. You got Aaron Rodgers hurt. You got Sam Bradford hurt. No excuses. It's the Lions' time. They gotta take advantage of the opportunity.
Man,
that happened before, though.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know what's going on right now with the Lions, man. I mean, it seemed like there were pieces that were going right, but that was just the weirdest game. One of the weirdest Lions games I've ever seen, with all those tips, all that. I mean, I know Stafford was hurt too, but man, that O-line couldn't hold up. Like, yeah, we totally should, but in Lions fashion, we're gonna keep it super close.
Yeah, I mean,
super close.
Well,
they dropped 52 on you.
No.
No.
It was 45-10, and then they went on prevent defense. I don't know how that's close.
7? We got within 7. You couldn't turn
on prevent defense.
It's still defense, man. Steve, man. Stafford's just chopping them up.
Well, I'll say this. How many games are you going to win when you turn the ball over 5 times? And 3 of those turnovers resulted in touchdowns.
Like 2 of them did, right?
3 of them. Including that one, they were down 7. And yeah, that wasn't. Was that a safety? Or I thought he recovered the fumble in the end zone.
No, right at the start of the game, Stafford got just hit. It was stupid.
Yeah, that was a touchdown.
He tried to roll out of the pocket without even really looking.
That was a touchdown, and then the one at the end where it was tipped and intercepted by the lineman. 2 touchdowns right there. Those will just kill you. Those will kill you no matter who you are, no matter what team. Tom Brady would lose if he did that.
And that's crazy. I've never seen a game with that many tips, though. What's going wrong right there?
That's just a sloppy game. It happens.
Is he looking too much, or is that just, I don't know, man.
I'm surprised that shit doesn't happen more often.
Decisions.
Yeah.
And I think he's lucky he only had 3 picks. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been easily 5.
Oh, yeah, with all those tips in the air. I mean, it was just insane. Every other play, it seemed like, at least once every 3-4 downs, that was going on.
It's
the ball's
crazy.
Getting put in the air, and you're like, what the fuck's going on?
So looking to the future, though, Aaron, your team's 3-3, a game behind the Vikings and the Packers. What do you guys got to do going forward?
Seriously, our offensive line has to figure something out, and some guys got to get healthy.
Yeah.
It didn't help that Golden Tate went out. We had some of our backfield was out. The big thing is the offensive line has to be there, man. He's got no time. He's getting. I think he's been sacked. It was something insane. What was it, 12 times the last couple games?
Yeah.
Or the last 3 games, it's been a lot as well too. He's kind of beat up. We gotta do that just to keep him healthy, so we can get some passes off. Because when we can, Golden Tate. I like Marvin Jones. He's been playing really well.
TJ Jones. TJ Jones. Darren Fells.
Yeah.
He's got weapons.
He's got him. That's the thing. We just got to give him time. And this is one of the first times we've had a good running game.
Yeah.
For a second. We gotta. I don't know, man. But when we have no time like that, it's just getting down. Our defense needs to get healthy. But some guys are out for the season now. But I don't know. You got to patch it up and kind of move on. But we'll see. I think they will. I think they'll figure out part of it. But it's just if they can keep up with it. So it's nice we start off the season well, but we gotta figure that out.
They need to get back to I think defense. Go ahead.
For the NFC North and the Lions, there's always next year. They're not going to do it this year, as usual. They have never won the NFC North, so I don't think they're going to do it this year.
Wow. Who else would win right now?
Well,
it doesn't matter who else. You guys are not going to.
Who's going to beat them, though? Do you think Case Keenum?
At the end of the year, just kept blank.
Is Case
all sucked enough?
Is Case Keenum and the Vikings going to beat them? Right now, I don't think the Bears are going to win the North. the Vikings, Sam Bradford's hurt. ARod's done for the year.
Bridgewater is coming back, though. Bridgewater came back to practice.
That's true, but he'll be rusty.
In my opinion, the Vikings are going to take it down this year.
They have a good defense.
Right. Yeah, right.
I will say this.
Let's make a bet on this right now. If the Vikings will. I will bet you something.
I'll say this. There's pressure on Detroit now. They have to make the playoffs. There should be pressure on that coaching staff. This is the year.
Huge pressure on Jim Caldwell, man. I don't think he's caught enough flack for some of his decision-making last few years. Like, super safe, we punt it. Like, there's sometimes when we're punting it at the end of the game. It's just like, oh, why? He plays just uber safe.
Yeah.
And I don't like some of his decision-making, his play calling. I mean, I think since Jim Bob Cooter came in there, he helped Stafford out a ton.
I'd say
he's on the hot seat?
No. He just got a contract extension.
Yeah, he just got extended in September.
Well,
I would say he's a lot better than Jim Schwartz, though.
Dude, that's the thing. I was just talking to somebody else about this. I was like, you know what I kind of miss? I love Caldwell. He's obviously a better coach and everything, but you kind of miss looking at the sideline and seeing
Jim Schwartz?
Yeah. Just seeing Schwartz just insane on the sideline. Just, he's like so animated.
I know
He was so entertaining.
And it felt so much better than anything.
I know Jim Harbaugh misses him.
I was wondering when you were going to say that.
Yeah, that'd be so sweet, man.
All right.
Down to the Big Ten.
One more thing I'll say about the Lions.
Yeah.
I want to give Marvin Jones a lot of credit. I think he is a great receiver.
Yeah.
And that was a great signing.
Yeah.
I'll say this.
Golden Tate's been amazing, but Ebron needs to get a little better hands.
Yeah, he's drops.
Look, if we can get him protection, get Stafford passing well, and open up the lane for Abdullah, and then we have a well-rounded offense. But I think it just all comes back to no one has any time to do anything right now.
Speaking of Jim Harbaugh, I don't think you need to go to the Big Ten. I think he's coming to the North anyways.
Where do you think he's going?
Bears.
Chicago.
Oh.
I don't think so, but I hope.
We'll get a quarterback coach.
Dude, you guys be so excited to have him there. He's just going to be crazy.
I'll take him for sure.
Bleeding from the eyes. Just...
Hey, as long as he takes us to the Super Bowl like he did San Francisco, I would be okay with it.
Jim Harbaugh would at least make us competitive against the Packers. I'm tired of not being competitive against the Packers. I don't like that.
I'm tired of not being competitive, period.
Yeah.
He's going to leave Michigan now?
Well, if they struggle and if he's on the hot seat. I mean, I think they're going to lose their second game this weekend.
No.
Penn State.
They're definitely keeping it close.
Penn State. All right, the next game was...
All right, what are they going to diddle them to it?
Patriots and Jets, 24-17. I didn't expect this to be a very good game, but one call in that game I thought was quite troubling. The Austin Seferian-Jenkins touchdown catch late in the game, which would have given the Jets the lead, and they said that he fumbled the ball out of bounds in the end zone. He lost possession for like a second, but it looked like he regained possession. And as long as you're in possession when you cross the goal line, that's a touchdown. So I was a little bit confused on this call. Did either of you guys see this call?
Wasn't it to tie, though?
It might have been to tie, but it was late.
It was to take it to overtime.
It was a big play.
It was a big play, but the way I see it, the refs just did the Jets a favor.
Did the Patriots a favor again?
What's that?
Did the Patriots a favor again?
Yeah.
Like, handing them the game.
Yeah. What was it again, Alex? Explain it to me again.
So
I saw the couple replays, but I really didn't have the whole context to footage. I just saw it kind of passing.
Well, in the same way, like the Dez Bryant touchdown play against Green Bay very well in the playoffs, where he dove, he extended, and it's a continuation on a pass catch. This is a running back. It's a tight end, but he's running with the ball. He already gained possession. He gets hit. He loses the ball for a second, for like 1 second or half a second. He regains control on his way into the end zone. He crosses
and then he caught it, and then he caught it back.
Yeah, he crosses the pylon. He rolls over. He's out of bounds, but he's in for a touchdown. And they say that he lost possession and never regained. And to me, when you're running, you have to completely lose possession of the ball, and he regained it. I mean, it's a no-brainer, and I'm tired of the NFL hooking up the Patriots.
Yeah, I did see that. I was very wondering what was going on there. Because, even in slow motion, like, he literally batted out, but as quick as he could pull the ball back into you. It seemed like he had it. And then he rolled in and was out.
Yeah.
That was really pretty a weird one, and I think especially with review and everything like that, that's one they should have gotten right.
Yeah, and they called it a touchdown on the field.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know how you get over it.
Yeah. So Bears somehow find a
wicked win, Tom. Wicked win, Tom.
I mean, you guys think that the rest did the Pats a favor, but I think they did the Jets a favor and their fans.
Why?
Because there's no way Josh McCown is going to beat the Patriots in overtime. So technically, they just saved the fans a half hour.
That's probably true. But I like to see him have a shot.
No, I'm joking. I hated the play call. I mean, to me, that's a touchdown. But I guess sometimes you have to beat the rest as well. So you don't want a game to come down to the last possession or one possession.
Yeah.
It's like boxing. You do not want to take it to a decision.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd like to see that again and see some other people's opinions on this, so we'll see.
Yeah. Bears, Ravens in Baltimore. I didn't think the Bears had much of a shot in this game, but they actually were in control most of the game until late, where they blew the lead, but then still somehow found a way to win in overtime. Quarterback Mitch Trubisky gets his first career win. Stoyo, did you watch this, and what'd you think?
I saw that we tried as hard as we could to lose the game.
Yeah.
But Baltimore wouldn't let us. We're up 14 in the third. They came back. We're up 11 with 2 minutes to go, and they tied the game without an offensive score. So basically, they returned a punt and a kick.
Awesome.
And it was just us playing scared football and John Fox running us into oblivion.
So, are you saying that we should run John Fox out of Chicago?
John Fox should have been fired this offseason.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't want to see it happen, but I was a John Fox fan when he came in, but I'm starting to change my mind.
I mean, when John Elway fires him with 12 wins in a season,
he obviously
have to question why he did it.
Yeah.
And I understand that now because he plays to lose. He plays very close games, and he's okay. Just let's see what happens in the fourth.
He did that in the playoffs. That's how Flacco beat him.
Yeah.
Okay, Deshaun Watson is red hot right now. Sets NFL record for 3 straight 3-touchdown games for a rookie. And the Texans beat the Browns 33-17. I mean, there's another move I'm not particularly happy about. We could have Deshaun Watson in Chicago. I know we got Trubisky, but this guy's looking pretty good.
You talking about Trubisky?
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I went and got some granola earlier.
Well, if Chicago drafted him, he probably wouldn't have the same numbers.
Yeah, you're probably
Absolutely.
right.
He has a good defense. He has 2 great receivers.
Yep. He went to a good
and in
spot.
Chicago,
It's fun being the fan of a team that is just like fundamentally wrong, just like making mistakes everywhere you look.
It's an awesome feeling, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, the Bears this week rushed for 56 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, who are you gonna pass it to?
Trey McBride.
Who?
Exactly.
Mike Jones?
Pretty much. I mean,
That's a good situation to be in when it's like a passing league now.
Yeah, that's solid. We should go pick up, like, what's Chad Johnson doing? Where's Terrell Owens at?
Yeah,
Cinco.
Yeah.
just broke.
All right.
Yeah.
So the Bucks lose to the Cardinals. I think a lot of us wrote off Adrian Peterson, but he stepped up, 134 yards and 2 touchdowns. He looked like a young AP. Jameis Winston suffers an AC joint sprain in his throwing shoulder. He's questionable for Sunday. He's probably going to be able to play through it, but, I mean, that's going to hurt. I think Ryan Fitzpatrick can fill in adequately. What do you guys think of Adrian Peterson, though?
He's a beast, man.
Yeah.
He's just a different kind of player, man. You just watch the way he runs, and I guess, seeing the way he trains and the way he's come back from injury. I mean, like, to compare other people to him, I don't know. I mean, he's one of those guys. Like, nobody really runs like the way he does.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark Lynch was close, but just even the way Adrian Peterson does it, man, it's just a freight train.
Yeah.
It's insane. I think that puts him in a different category, like, as he gets older, because I think it's just something nobody else can do.
And
really,
you think of the beating that he's taken over his career running that way, and yet he's still doing it.
Right. Yeah.
AP had more yards this past game than the entire season with the Saints.
Yeah. Saints are stupid, man. Why pay him? Why bring him in if you're not even going to use him?
Well, I think the thing was they had that young
Kamara, but you had.
Kamara, I mean, he was running really well. Yeah.
But they had to drop. They had Mark Ingram and they had to drop Pierre Thomas when they brought him in. They had running backs, and their style of play, they don't use their running backs in the run game that much anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, who knows? I see Knapp was the offensive player of the week or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, first time since 2012. Dude, I'm telling you, man, Phoenix, like we were talking last week, Arizona, once the old people get there, man, they're rejuvenated. Eating dinner at 4:30, getting the early bird special. Massage, hanging out, shuffleboard. Very late life. Makes it easy for them.
So, LA Rams beat Jacksonville 27-17. They moved to 4-2 on the year. You guys buying what the Rams are putting out?
A big who cares? LA fans don't care. Why should we?
Yeah, I'm a Chargers man. That's who I'm paying attention to them.
Cool. You got to give Todd Gurley respect, though. I like him. He's an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
Out of Georgia. The Dogs.
I don't know why they didn't change their name. I always thought the Rams was the stupidest uniform.
Oh, get out of here. I love the Rams, especially the old school.
I like their helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great uni.
Go old
Why
school.
is their helmet a different color than the jersey, though? They got the yellow and the blue, and then the white and the blue on the helmet.
They should switch the jerseys, too. Back to the old school.
Honestly, I'm going to see if the Rams are real next week as they play the Cardinals. So if they're for real and if they beat them, they'll be 5-2. And Arizona is decent.
Where's that game at?
At LA.
I'm taking Rams. I got Rams in that one. Rams over Cardinals, and they'll go to 5-2 on the year.
Yeah.
I find it amazing that Fitzgerald said this week that if they had AP earlier, they would have won the Super Bowl.
Who said? Oh, Larry Fitzgerald? Yeah, they would have.
Yeah.
I mean,
because the year he got drafted 7th overall, the Cardinals had the number 5 pick, and they drafted someone who didn't work out for them.
they should have won a Super Bowl without him. That year, it took a perfect pass by Roethlisberger and a perfect catch by Santonio Holmes just to beat him.
Yeah.
And
that year they were looking unstoppable.
And that James Harrison pick 6, remember that?
Yeah.
That was
right
awesome.
Before the half.
Yeah.
I mean, they stopped that.
Yeah.
That would have been a different game.
Yep. Speaking of the Steelers, They bounced back impressively in Arrowhead and beat the Chiefs 19-13. First loss of the year for Kansas City. Le'Veon Bell goes for 179 yards and a touchdown. Steelers, I mean, right when you want to count the Steelers out, that's when they bounce back and look impressive.
Yeah. Well, I think it was only a matter of time. Like we were talking last week, that team's just good. Like, yeah, they go through a bunch of crap, but one of these games they were going to break out.
Yeah.
Who was going to be the only people that were undefeated, though.
Yep.
Crazy.
Just when they're trying to get it together, though, and the news is receiver Martavis Bryant asking for a trade, I immediately tagged the Chicago Bears on that one. We need a receiver in the worst way.
Alex, you're tapping the Bears a lot here with all these.
I know, man. I'm tired of watching this product on the field.
Well, that's good.
Stoyo, you want Martavis Bryant?
At the right price, yes.
Yeah.
What would you give up for him?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. What's a good...
Would you give up a second-round pick?
Second round? I don't know. I'm thinking more like fourth.
I would definitely give up a third, but that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, we need a receiver.
You could need a receiver.
You could tempt me to give up a third. We need a receiver badly.
So you know what we need to do? We need to convince Megatron to come back to football, come out of retirement, and play for a winning team.
If he's throwing...
His talents are not going to be wasted.
Like, hey, remember the Lions when you were first starting that? Right. We're resembling that right now. So you want to relive your youth here?
If Megatron...
If we make it to the playoffs, we got to win some games. We're not like the Lions that just show up and play the wild card game and just quit.
This winning team.
You know, I mean, in the playoffs, you throw 113 yards. That's, what a dazzling.
The Lions haven't won a playoff game since 1993, so.
Yeah, that's a good time to call it quits. You know, Lynn just got in office. They're having fun.
That's a good time to end it.
Power Rangers came out.
What?
That was the year Power Rangers came out.
Great year.
Dude, we have too much shit going on in here.
If Megatron's
Ever
coming
since
back...
the Ford family has been distracted. With Power Rangers.
Power Rangers again.
If Megatron's coming back, he's going to the Raiders.
Didn't you say something like that before?
Yeah, he was at their training camp, just checking them out.
You should have drafted him first overall when they had a chance.
Yeah. I don't know, Jamarcus Russell really worked out.
You know what I mean?
Did he get like 9 yards in a game? And he played the whole game, didn't get hurt.
Is he still doing anything right now, or is he just like, I don't know,
He
probably like sleeping on a bench in a Wendy's?
I think he opened a rub and tug.
Speaking of
Rub and Tizug, I think it's called.
9 yards.
Speaking of the Raiders,
Rub and Tizug.
Speaking of the Raiders, they lose late to the Chargers 17-16 in a game that Derek Carr actually played in. He came back. Tough loss for Oakland. I mean, you would think feeling pretty good and they should be contending in that division, but a bad loss to San Diego or to LA. Can the Raiders salvage their season? It's not looking good.
No, man. I think the pits of hell are about to open up again on the Raiders, and just release more fans. just do the rest. I don't know.
Marshawn Lynch doesn't really seem to be working as well as they anticipated.
Well, I just saw Marshawn Lynch just watch a new TV show where it's like Marshawn Lynch does this, or someone does that. I mean, that's kind of the thing with those guys. Kind of the twilight of their career. I don't know. He doesn't seem like a guy who really needs like a trophy or anything. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of the Raiders usually. I mean, maybe they want to be bad so they can all fight each other in the stands. Like they're tired. The beer prices are up now.
I don't know. I expected more out of Jack Del Rio in this Raiders team. They got the weapons. You got Amari Cooper, Crabtree, Marshawn Lynch, Derek Carr. He got that defense. Where's Khalil Mack at? They just added who they just add this week? Navarro Bowman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they got Bruce Irvin. They got all kinds of weapons on defense.
I just think it's hard when your QB has a broken back.
Yeah.
I don't know how you play him right away. I'm confused by that. I would not want my starter QB, who we just signed to a massive extension, to play with a broken back.
Right? Why wouldn't you sit him, and if you need a backup, bring in Romo for a couple weeks?
I mean, do you think Romo would come back in that easy? He kind of seems to be enjoying himself up there in the old box.
I think he still wants to play.
Yeah.
I know he is doing well in the booth, but I also think the right situation he would come back. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Yeah.
I
mean, do you think the Chargers, even though they moved cities, they got a little something going on, maybe?
No, I don't think so. I'm not a believer. I mean, Phillip Rivers is good enough to get you a couple wins here and there. But that's like a maximum. That's like that team playing its best football is like 7-9, I think. And they got no fan support.
Oh my God, that's such a sad sight to see their stadium, man. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Playing in a
They
soccer.
They them to themselves, though. Nobody wanted them to come to LA, and they're like, we're just going to go over there.
Yeah.
How are the Rams doing with attendance?
They're better, but they're not great. I mean, both are waiting for their new stadium. Their new stadium that they're going to share starts, I think, next season. And it's going to be like top of the line, so.
Well, just think a city that big. I thought it was just got to be like New York and those places. I mean, just such a big population. You'd get people coming in, like how the Madison Square Garden's still packed all the time when they just see the Knicks play.
Yeah, but those teams have been around for a long time. They have a bunch of heritage in that city. The Rams haven't been in LA in a long time, and the Chargers have never. They were in LA for like a couple games or half a season. These teams don't have the history in LA. The Rams, I think, have a shot to make it in LA. The Chargers are going to have a tough time.
Yeah. I just thought like a city just would be, especially that side has been wanting a team, but just be more, I don't know, excited to get a team back. But
yeah. I don't know. It's LA.
And the fans will come.
Yeah.
Look at all the Golden State Warrior fans that are now.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. You just got to win. That's the only thing, I guess.
Yeah. And
They'll show up.
it would help if they didn't play in a soccer stadium.
Yeah.
Get an actual NFL stadium. That might help. The Giants stunned the Broncos in Mile High, 23-10 for their first win of the season. I know a Broncos fan, and he says that he prefers Brock Osweiler to Trevor Siemian. What do you guys think? Do you think Trevor Siemian's the guy, or would you give Brock Osweiler a chance?
I would give Paxton Lynch a chance over Brock Osweiler. I think Brock Osweiler had his chance.
Cleveland is literally paying him not to be on their roster right now.
Exactly.
What a shitty feeling to have Cleveland paying you to stay out. No.
But you guys are Cleveland. Oh, we know.
We know.
Okay. Jeez, man.
Bad loss for Denver. They're still in a good spot in the division, though. I think they're 4-2.
3-2.
3-2. Yeah.
3-1 at home. That's nice.
You think they can? You think Kansas City will come back down to their level and make it interesting, or are the Chiefs going to take this division?
No, I think the Chiefs, man. I think they're pretty locked in.
Yeah.
I mean, last week, but those from the coaching on down and having Alex Smith. I mean, he's as predictable, predictable in a good way and consistent as they usually come. So.
And then they got the best.
Pittsburgh and Kansas have history, and they played each other hard the past few years, so I think that was just a fluke
Yeah.
for Kansas. So I think they're gonna dominate.
Yeah, Pittsburgh seems to have their number. They beat them out of the playoffs last year, and then Kareem Hunt is like the best back in the league right now. So.
Yeah.
What do you think, Josh? Are you a believer in Alex Smith?
Yeah, I think he's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's in the right system with the right coach.
Can that team win in the playoffs, though? Like, is that a Super Bowl caliber team?
Yeah, that defense is solid enough to win.
They match up well with almost anybody.
I think
they kind of maybe won like the Giants in a little bit of a ways. Yeah, like with the defense, where the Giants won the Super Bowl a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know,
I would arguably say that the Chiefs are one of the most balanced teams.
I
in the
agree.
league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good on all three phases.
Yeah, and to have a great special teams coach,
Yep.
David Tubb.
Yeah.
And coaches everywhere, good players at every key possession. Alex Smith has thrown 12 TDs and no picks so far.
Damn, I didn't know that.
72% completion rate. 119 QB rating for the best in his career.
That's like MVP.
That's MVP level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because he's actually throwing downfield now, too, so that's great. I mean, and here's one for you, Josh. Do you think, are you like a little bit more fond of him? Because with the helmet on, he kind of has a little Aaron Rodgers look. He's pulled off a little bit.
No, actually,
You're a little attracted,
the Niners drafted him instead of Aaron Rodgers.
Oh.
Yep.
Well,
that was cool.
We'll see if that pays off.
That was good for you guys.
Yeah.
See if it pays off, man. Dude, that'd be so sweet. Get Brett Favre to come back.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
Dude, all of a sudden Rayovac batteries start selling like through the roof.
I know he's
the official pants of the NFL.
I would like
Do you
to.
think
Yeah.
that Alex Smith and Harbaugh could have worked together in
Yeah.
an alternate reality?
Absolutely. I think that.
That would have been a dynasty?
I don't know about a dynasty. They could have won potentially, though. I think that would have been better. The reason they didn't beat Seattle, that in the playoffs that year, is because Colin Kaepernick forced the ball. I mean, Alex Smith protects the football.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kaepernick destroyed Green Bay that year, though, with his running.
Yeah. I mean, when you had a guy like Kaepernick, though, coming up, like, at first, man, you're like, whoa, Kaepernick. Like, I think you're making a little comparisons to, like, Cam Newton a little bit with, like, arm strength and stuff coming up. But,
Well, that was the year of the pistol offense, too. Like, everyone was doing it. RG3 was dominating. Who else was killing? Like, Cam Newton. A bunch of people were killing that system.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Vick was still doing it.
Jay Cutler! Woohoo!
Jay, I don't think Jay Cutler was ever killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you guys Titans fan? Titans go and beat the Colts 36-22.
Anyone watch the game?
I watched it. They ended their 11-game losing streak to the Colts, which was surprising. I didn't know they had lost that much to Indy. Big win for the Titans in that division. I think that division's going to come down to Tennessee or Houston or who knows, Jacksonville. Who do you guys think has the edge in that division?
I don't know who has the edge, but I love Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's a great running back.
Yeah.
And honestly, I expected more out of the Titans with Marcus Mariota, who's off to an average start. I expected more out of him in his third year.
Yeah. He could use some more weapons. That offensive line is supposed to be great, and I don't know if they've been as great.
I mean, to have two good running backs,
Yeah.
supposedly a good QB,
Yep.
that defense is all right.
I mean, they have wide receivers. Rashard Matthews. Nashville's just looking at Eric Decker. He's got people to pass.
Got a good tight end.
Yeah.
Who's their tight end?
Jelani Walker.
Oh yeah, he's good. Maybe the defense isn't as good as it could be. I mean the Titans are going to contend for the division. They'll be right there. I think they're a 9-7 type team. I think.
Isn't everybody in that division kind of contending right now? It's like, hey.
Yeah, I think Houston.
Same record.
I think Houston wins it. I got the rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, if they can get their defense back up, like I think before all the injuries, they were definitely looking like it. But
I still got them.
The Titans right now are first at 3-3, so anything is possible.
What's the Texans? Do you know?
Let me look.
I thought they were above 500.
They're 3-3.
Are they?
3-3 as well.
All right.
Yeah. Tennessee, Jacksonville, Houston, they're all 3-3.
We're not giving any respect to Jacksonville. I mean, they got that defense, but I don't think we trust Blake Bortles.
No.
Yeah.
And just Jacksonville as a whole.
And didn't Fournette just get hurt?
Yeah, but I think he played through it, or he came back or something. He's a beast, though. I like Fournette a lot. Thursday night, tomorrow night, Chiefs at Raiders. What are you guys taking in that? I got.
Chiefs.
Alex, you're gonna go Raiders.
I'm debating it. That would be 2 straight L's for the Chiefs.
Yeah, but it's just like, I mean, that's like debating, like, all right, should I stay on the road or should I
Well, to me, I always look at home field advantage, and that really hasn't been a thing this year yet.
Well, if they let all the fans come, like, from the crowd from the Raiders onto the field and just, whirling their weapons they made in the parking lot, maybe, but.
What do you guys say? Do you guys all have Chiefs?
No, I have the Chefs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Oakland. I'll probably be wrong, but I'm gonna say Oakland.
I do $20 on it.
All right.
Are you gonna put 20 on the Raiders?
I don't know shit. No, not 20. We'll put a 6er on it.
Alright, I've done these bets with Alex later. Alternate universe.
Alright, Panthers at Bears on Sunday.
Oh, well, it's two.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, that's got to come on, man. This is
I'm gonna have a bold call right here. I'm gonna go with the tie.
Ooh.
They're gonna tie 13-13.
I'm tired of not picking my Bears. I'm taking Bears. I'm tired. I didn't pick them
now though.
I didn't pick them last week. Last week was at Ravens, and I didn't pick them, and they won. So why not pick them at Panthers?
Yeah, like you said, tired of not picking them, but every week it becomes more evident.
That I shouldn't.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, like there's gonna be teams worse than Carolina to pick. There's other
I'm
division
guaranteeing the
teams.
November 19th game.
Who's that?
That's Chicago. Against the old Detroit Lions.
Oh,
my God.
I'm
Leave the Lions out of this. Okay?
All right, Sunday night is a good one. Falcons at Patriots, and you guys aren't gonna like my pick.
You gonna go Falcons?
I'm going Falcons all day.
Yeah, right, dude.
They're gonna be pissed.
Tom Brady is already wiring money to an offshore account.
Atlanta's
Roger Goodell right now. It's already set up.
Of all the games to be ready to play, of all the games that you're going to be psyched up, ready to play, it's going to be this one. Falcons win in Foxborough.
Do you remember what happened last?
I think the Patriots are gonna blow them out.
Oh, shit.
I agree, Josh.
Damn. That would be such a statement game. If they blew them out, that would be bad.
Alex, this is an easy win for
You think
the
so?
Patriots. Absolutely.
Alex, Alex, man, why are you just
Atlanta will come out so fired up, and like the first quarter, there'll probably be some shoving, but then at the end it'll be something like 41-14 or something.
Oh shit! I'm saying Falcons are gonna be pissed. They're gonna put up like 38 to 30 Atlanta.
Yeah, but it's win by 3 touchdowns.
But Alex, I remember like when I was a kid and my older brother Andrew was much bigger than me. I mean, I'd come pissed sometimes too. So beat the shit out of me. If you get as mad as you want, but ain't gonna work out.
Well, that's what we got for the week. What is this? Week 6? Week 6 podcast.
6. All right, everybody remember, Alex owes me $20 this week.
Aaron, no, it's a sixer. And Aaron, I like Stella. Give me a sixer of Stella.
Oh my gosh! Well, at least you're cheap. I was just saying that because he's on there. He really wants like 440s.
I want 40s of Steel Reserve.
Want some Cobra. Want some Natty Daddy for sure.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on. Good episode.
All right.
I'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Peace.